Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Version 2 video. That is the bolinoak, and I got two space matches here for you. This first match is going to be on Lunar Debris 500, and the next match is going to be the Thunderbolt map. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's basically the opposite of Dark Space, and that's going to be at 650. Of course, using the correct level of bolinoak for that one. I believe that would be the level 4. So, yeah, we'll see how we do, because the last time I played the bolinoak in space was when it came out, and it did not fare very well. The bolinoak when it came out was one of the worst suits you could pick because it was so huge. It didn't have a dodge roll, and it had next to no beam resistance, relatively speaking, for its cost. I don't want to say it was like 10, but it might have been that low at 500 when it came out. And yeah, it was very easy, very easy to kill. It did have some benefits, which kind of just stuck on it. There we go. That stuck on it as it got buffed more and more. I believe it's been buffed twice now. The first buff, I think, kind of rectified the main problem everybody had with the bolinoak, where it gave it more beam resistance. Thank God. And I think some more health. There's some other stuff that also helped with it. Oh man, I also remember. I remember when it first came out. They actually nerfed it on the day it came out, where it used to be its beam rifle stun in 2 hits, and then they made it 3 hits stun, which put it on the same tier as like the Zagok, which yeah, it was yeah, the bolinoak just suffered, and they did buff it. It did a lot better, and I think I've made a match before talking about it, or made a video talking about it, playing it on ground, and now I'm back again playing it in space, and you'll notice that. You can tell I haven't played bolinoak in space since years ago. You'll notice that I am not very aware of how the melees will hit in space. There's a great benefit in playing a raid and knowing your melee patterns, where if you know you're gonna hit, you're gonna go for that melee, you're gonna get hit. It really shows me playing the suit that there's often times where I just completely whiff because I'm either hitting too early or hitting too late, or going for it too early or too late, or just straight up just accidentally inputting a different input and doing a side swing instead of a neutral swing, or a down swing instead of what I want to do, right? So forgive me on that, and plus I'm also playing a raid. I'm going to mention this every time. I'm not a raid player, even though I just I got a few kills there, but yeah, the bolinoak though. The bolinoak is, now I think it's a pretty good suit. The second buff they gave it the sensor unit sub-weapon, which is the same sensor unit that the Ewak Jagan has. It's not like the Isaacs, where it's one big, like, huge range AoE spotting tool, right? That lasts for a good while. And you can see, you know, where the enemy team is at all times. The bolinoak's sensor unit, since it's like the Ewak Jagans, it's really close range, I believe 250, and it will pop off a few times, and it'll go on and off. I believe it jams the enemy team's radars, and I believe you'll be, I think, invisible during that time if you're going as a if you're attacking. But if you're not attacking, I believe you show up as a teammate on their radar. And honestly, speaking personally, in my opinion, I think the sensor unit is a lot better on the bolinoak than on the Ewak Jagan, which that's I believe a 550 suit, or maybe a 600. Either way, I feel it's a lot better on the bolinoak. In fact, the fact that I can't even remember what the Ewak Jagan's original cost is shows how much I don't really care for the Ewak Jagan in the first place. Something about the bolinoak, it's just a lot more melee oriented, and it has a lot better let's see, it has a damage control, high level damage control, I believe damage control level 3, you know, it has maneuver armor as well, I believe maybe maneuver armor level 2, so a good maneuver armor level. It has multiple melee swings. It does have the fake beacon, so it shows up as a teammate on the enemy team's radars. It just feels a lot better to use the sensor unit on this suit rather than on the Ewak Jagan. And of course, since you do have the sensor unit, when you do spot somebody, I believe you and your team will do an extra 3% more damage to whoever's been spotted, and that can be really good for just piling on damage. It's not a lot, but you know, 3% is more than 0%, right? And how I'm going to be playing this for these two matches is, well, you're seeing it here in this first match where I'm kind of just going in to try and cause chaos. I think that first time, that first death was me just because I was running in the middle of everybody, getting some swings and just basically trying to get them to hit me and not my team. And I'm doing pretty good at just distracting people. When I do see an opening, I will run in, use the sensor unit, and if I find the support, I'm going to go after the support. If I see somebody whose back is turned to me, I'm going to go ahead and go melee them. And the bolinoak has really disgusting melee combos. And of course, as I mentioned, I'm not really good with the melee pattern in space, so you're not going to see it too well here. On ground, if anybody's played a bolinoak on ground, you know what I'm talking about, where they'll do side swing, side swing, side swing, back into the other side swing, all the side swings for days. The bolinoak is really good at just locking somebody down with his melee, because it gets melee combo controller level 2, so that's 3 melee swings per melee. And when it wants to go for the killing shot, it will do a lot of damage, especially the axe downswing. And you'll see that I'm I'm well aware of my connection at times where I can't fully get somebody in a stun lock, so I will wait for a dodge roll, and when they do a dodge roll, I will chase after them and go in for more melee. Yeah, it's really good at just baiting out those kind of skills. The bolinoak can be a really, really nasty suit when it decides to be. I guess depending on the skill level of the player and how the enemy team can react to you fast enough. It can be pretty good at just being a supporting kind of raid. When it's going in, and of course, just being a really good raid at taking out the supports pretty fast. Honestly, it's a really helpful suit now. Usually when I see it, it's doing a really good job. It's distracting the enemy team, and if your back is turned to fight the bolinoak, that means your back is open to the generals that are shooting at you. And again, that leads back to how good your team can deal with that, or how the enemy team can deal with that. Because, you don't have a dodge roll still, so if the enemy team can lock you down, yeah, they'll lock you down. Which is why, I believe for both of these builds, I'm using a more of a tanky build. I believe I have 41 beam resistance and 40-something melee resistance, at least I think on the 650 unit, right? And then melee as a third option. Because, again, I'm not super good at just getting the melee off constantly, so that's why I want to not focus on melee. And as you can see, we did plant a bomb to the enemy base. They were kind of preoccupied with their team in their face, right? And of course, I believe I had at some point either 2 or 3 people chasing me, so I'm going to get a little bit, get some high diversion points for that, distracting people like that. And of course, we got the bomb plant off, and we're at the last few seconds of the match. I say few seconds, there's still 25 seconds left, but might as well be over, It's 14,000 to 8,000. They still have a lot of people to kill. And you can see I'm just kind of messing around. I know I can just stall them. I have the health to do that. There's the support. Unfortunately, my melee did not go through when he did his downswing, but it doesn't matter anyway because he's entirely focused on me. And at the very end, yeah, he had nobody else to shoot at in time. And you see I did a little dance because I distracted them that long. And, hey, mission completed. And we'll see what we got going on here. Good works all around. And, hey, top assist. And, of course, getting shot at the most. That's what I wanted. Gonna praise some teammates, and we'll see what we did. And, hey, third place. 3-3. Not a whole lot of damage. But, again, I'm fine with that. And, yeah, that's going to be the end of the commentary for this video. The next match will start up after I get done talking. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Subscribe if you want. I really appreciate it. And, type up in the comment section how you feel about the bolinoak Sammahn. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I think it's a perfectly serviceable suit for a lot of raid players. Can be quite disgusting if it's paired up with teammates that are aware of what it can do. The sensor unit, I feel, is a lot better on this unit than on the Ewak Jagan. And honestly, I think the Ewak Jagan should be at 500 than 550, but then it'll have to directly compete with the native cost of the bolinoak, so maybe that's not a good idea, but yeah, that'll be it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the second match at 650, and I'll see you guys, I guess I'm supposed to say, forgive me for all the missed attempts at melee during these two matches. Again, I am not familiar with the melee pattern of the bolinoak in space, and it shows. But, yeah, now I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Mobile suit team, move out. Commencing operation. Enemy marked. Alerting nearby allies. The enemy. Beacon captured. Some light damage. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Enemy marked. Alerting nearby allies. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Destroyed an enemy mobile suit. That mobile suit won't last much longer. The unit's been destroyed. An ally has destroyed. Beacon captured. Allied unit destroyed. Where and how will you redeploy? Get out there and try again. Enemy marked. Alerting nearby ally. Allied unit destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Enemy marked. Alerting nearby allies. Allied unit destroyed. Alerting nearby allies. Taking heavy damage, pilot. You alright? That mobile suit won't last much An ally has... Allied unit destroyed! Get out there and try again. The enemy has captured a... Bases are more valuable for this mission. Enemy marked. Alerting nearby allies. Destroyed an enemy unit down. Well done. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. 1 minute left. Bring that victory home. Enemy marked. Alerting nearby allies. The mission is over. Incredible work, team.